Question 17, we're getting towards the end of the paper now, so it makes sense that things are getting harder. This is a problem-solving question involving quadratics. So, again, diagram, 3 lines of text, pretty much all of which is already on the diagram. Apart from this, it says it has an area of 35 centimeters squared. Okay, we need to show that x squared plus 5x minus 46 equals 0. Well, that's not immediately obvious. What we can say, however, is if I were trying to gather this shaded area, it would be the same as taking the big bit and subtracting the small bit. Yeah? And the total area is going to be 35 centimeters squared. So calculating area in general would be base times width for a rectangle. So this would be x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 1. That gives us the whole rectangle. But I need to take away this top right corner because that's not the shaded area, and I don't know what the total area is, I only know what the shaded area is. Okay, the top right corner is 15 because it's a base of 5 and a height of 3. So if I do the whole area, take away the little area, I know it comes to a total area of 35 centimeters squared. Hopefully, if I multiply out these brackets and sort out these numbers, I'll end up with something that looks like that. Let's have a look. FOIL tells me that front terms give me x squared, outer terms give me 1x, inner terms give me 4x, last terms give me 4, still got minus 15, still equal to 35. I'm now going to subtract 35 from both sides and combine x's at the same time. So I've got x squared plus 5x plus 4 minus 50 equals 0. Plus 4 and minus 50 make negative 46 equals 0. There's no other way of doing that apart from practicing questions like this and seeing what's required. I spotted the x here, I spotted the x here, multiplying these together gives area, and multiplying these together gives x squared. So it's just practice. In part B, it says solve the same thing above to find the value of x. So a bit of confidence is required here because you might have seen this, been absolutely petrified and got 0 out of 3. Fine, don't mind. But this just says solve this. And we can do quadratics. We know several methods, one of which is the quadratic formula. And given it says correct to 3 significant figures, this is likely to require the formula. We remember that if it looks like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, we can solve it using x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. And yes, it's given at the front of the formula booklet. In our case here, a is 1, we've got 1 lot of x squared, b is 5, and c is negative 46. So x would be equal to minus b minus 5, plus or minus square root of b squared, that's 5 squared, minus 4, lots of a, which is 1, lots of c, which is minus 46, all divided by 2 lots of a, all divided by 2. This looks quite promising in here because we've got 2 negative signs. When we multiply those together, we're going to get positive, so hopefully everything under here is going to be positive. Well, everything is going to be positive, I can tell you that now. Anyway, 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 46 would give you 184. 25 add 184 is the square root of 209. So saying minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 209 all over 2. There's 2 answers here because we've got a plus or minus. So if we work out the negative one first, minus 5 minus square root of 209 all over 2, we're going to get a negative number, aren't we? Negative on the top and positive on the bottom is going to give us negative. I'm going to leave that and we'll say why in a second. Over here we've got minus 5 plus the square root of 209 all over 2. This is probably likely to give me a bigger answer. In fact, it gives me about 4 and a bit. 4.773 to 3 sig fig. Now this is a negative answer and this is a positive answer. It's asked for one answer here. Which one's going to be correct? It's going to be the 4.73, because if we ask ourselves what the x is, it's a length. Okay, so we can't have a negative length. That's not on.